Okay. On today's episode of wiring, we are going to take this 12 volt accessory plug here from an old Yaesu charger. I'm going to attach this 3D printed part to here, and then we are going to wire this on-off switch and this momentary switch up to that light that we just worked on. That's right there. So this print worked really well, except for one thing. I didn't leave a spot for the wire to come out of it. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to put it, so I'll just drill it in later. And it's going to be a relatively snug fit to get all this wiring done. Won't be too bad. I'm going to solder everything. Okay, so I've got everything mocked up here just to see if it works. So that's on. And the mode switching button. Solder. So we're going to start by soldering some new wires onto this guy here. Eventually I'm going to eliminate this kind of fuse here, and I'm going to put a blade fuse on this face here. I'm going to move this switch down and put a blade fuse right in there. But don't have time, and I don't really have the stuff to do it right now. I want to get this done so I can use it. So we will start working on it here. So I'm wrapping the wire around the spring. It has a little hook, about like that. Here's my little clamp. I've got a little clamp around here somewhere. Here it is. So I need that to be like that. And I'm probably just going to cheat. I should use a soldering gun, but they don't work very well. Well, this one doesn't. So I'm going to use a torch. That'll be enough. Doesn't need to do much. And originally I was going to glue this onto here, but I don't want to do that because I want to be able to open this back up if I ever need to. So a little screw in here, tighten that down. Okay. So that has power now. New lead, that'll go inside of there. It's gonna be some tight wiring though, but I think I can slide this on. Oh, nice. So that can actually go on from the back after the fact. Doesn't have much clearance there for the wires, but that's it. Let's see what that's gonna do. So it worked really good if I can slide that in with that in there like that. Look at that. I did a better job planning that than I thought. Okay, so now I need to figure out where to trim these. This is the good adhesive stuff too. I don't know if you can see right up here. You can see where the adhesive is actually coming out of it, which is what I like. That's not going to go anywhere now. Probably wasn't going to before either, but now it really won't. Now, this is the hot wire for the momentary switch. So I need to feed that where the post where the hot is coming in. So this momentary switch will always have a hot, and yeah, so that'll have a hot, and then there'll be a ground. The momentary switch doesn't need a ground. I've only got an hour and 15 minutes into print time for that, but got a lot more time in designing it. So particularly this loft was kind of hard to make for me because I'm still not used to CAD, so it was a bit of a curve, no pun intended. But I'm pleased with the result I got for what I'm gonna do with it for now. All right. Hooked up to temp power. There we go. And the little screws holding the front on there are from my endless collection of random little screws. Whenever I get any kind of electronics that breaks, I always take them apart and I take all the screws out of it. And I get just a whole random little collection of little screws, but they come in handy every now and then. All right, so there it is. That's on probably my preferred flash pattern. It works pretty good. Next to that one there. It's kind of hard to be able to tell a little bit better at night, but these lights, yeah, that'll kind of give you a little show there. So that's that light there, the other one there. This reflex definitely does not have the light output or the beam pattern that Wayland does, but this is a smaller light bar. It has fewer LEDs, and they're not as powerful LEDs. And this Wayland, if you can see here, that actually has, there's 6 LEDs per diode, and you have a reflector element, and then you have an optical element as well. The 4 on the front have just a standard optical and then a diffuser on the front. The ones on the side just have a linear diffuser and a mirror. And in my experience, though, that style of light works much better than this style, which just has a half mirror reflector inside the light and then the diffuser light housing. But we're talking like this light here, I believe, is around 250 bucks versus 350 or so for this light. But this light has 4 more light heads in it than this one does too. So rambling on, but the switch works pretty good. There it is. Mode change button, off, on. So, well.